just because something's a habit does not mean that you will not fall off. Workout is one example that most people take. Even if you work out for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, sometimes you tend to fall off. We see that a lot in the cult journey. And a lot of people sign up with a lot of enthusiasm. People want to incorporate workout in their daily routines, and somehow they are able to, with that initial willpower and all the support they get at cult, they're able to come to gym regularly for 3-4 months. Then some life event happens. Sometimes it's travel. So when you're traveling, a lot of people lose out their habit of working out. Sometimes some life event, you fall sick, or somebody else in the family is sick, or sometimes there is a work situation that you need to manage. You're putting in long hours, and when you miss your workout for 1, 2, 3 weeks, then that inertia gets hold of you. Taking that baby step to go back for one workout is very hard. What you can do in those situations is have some kind of startup ritual. And what I mean by startup ritual is, let's say you say that I'm struggling to get back into habit of working out, but what I can do is just put on my workout shoes and just go to gym. I'm going to go to gym, watch other people work out, and come back home. Like, now the inertia is not very high. A lot of long distance runners use this technique. I've used, in fact, when I started to do long distance running, where after 10 kilometers, you don't want to run. So I'll say myself, I'm going to just run another 200 meters and I'm quit. But when you do those 200 meters, you feel a little bit of motivation. You say, again, I'm going to do 200 meters more and quit. And before you know it, you might have done another 4 or 5 kilometers. So if you are able to just go to gym only to watch other people work out, for a few days, you will feel, that start to feel that energy. You will reconnect with the feeling you had when you were working out before, and you will be able to probably take, just easy 10 or 15 minute workout. One of the easiest thing to do in a gym, just step on a treadmill, put it on a 4 kilometer per hour and just walk for 5 or 10 minutes. You automatically start to feel better. So figuring out, when you're falling off the wagon, when a habit is starting to break off, and then finding these, circuit breakers where you go back and reconnect with the feeling is probably best to restart. If you already had a habit, and when you restart, it will not take you next 6 to 8 weeks to get back into the habit. Just even if you are able to do it for a week or 2 weeks in a row, you will be able to find that habit much faster compared to first time around. So just understanding this larger framework of if you don't do anything, doing it will certainly require tapping into willpower. But you can also make life easy by changing your environment accordingly. Because a lot of autopilot behavior happens because of our environment. So for example, if you're in a habit of eating something that you don't want to eat anymore, if it is readily available in your home or at your office or in your fridge, chances are when you're feeling tempted and distracted, or just automatic like a zombie, walk up to the fridge, pull out that tub of ice cream, and before you know it, finish half of it, right? But if you just stop stocking it, when you are in a good mood, when you're doing your grocery shopping, you ensure that you just eliminate. So that if you really feel, that urge, you'll have to do a lot of extra effort. So now you create a lot of hurdles in between. I have seen that example in Cure.fit. We used to have this large cookie jars in all cafeteria. Now they're supposedly, healthy atta biscuit, but if you look into the ingredients, it's still, full of sugar and refined carbohydrates, which shoots up your glycemic index. Immediately they were kept on this counter, visibly. So when you are come out of a stressful meeting or your afternoon energy starting to dip, there is the temptation to walk into, that cookie jar and pick up 2. Sometimes 2 becomes 4 or 6, and you don't even realize, but you have consumed that. So now what I have done is, we have kept those cookie jars are still there, but they're kept away from, they're not in your line of sight. So you have to kind of go around the kitchen counter, look for it, in different shelves, and you can still find it. And the consumption has gone down by, I think nearly 80-85% with just simple changing the, office environment. In the book Nudge, the author talks about, how this lot of organizations, how they can bake in some of the smaller changes to make it easier to adopt a good habit and to make it, much harder to do an action which is harmful for you. By making these incremental environmental nudges, one can make it easier for people to develop better habits and get rid of bad habits. If you are in a position where you're responsible for a team or an organization, there's a lot you can change in your environment. Of course, you can make a lot of changes at your home itself. For example, at my home, I don't really stock any junk food at all. It's just not available. It does not mean I don't feel tempted about junk food, but I'll have to put in that much extra effort. So you can leverage your environment to make the process of building a new habit a lot easier.